Hi, my name is Brian Nicol, and this is my submission for Project 1, the visual essay for ARC 531. I'll be taking a look at the view of Venice. Venice in the late 1400s was establishing itself as a large city and a flourishing economy, set up by the proximity to the Adriatic Sea and the miles of shoreline that ran deep into the city with the canal system. Venice became a large transportation hub as boats were the best way to transport items. Venice also had a name as a large producer of prints and was emerging as the main printing center in Europe. With buildings beginning to spread up like weeds, Jacopo de Barbari began his journey of documenting the bustling and beautiful city that Venice had become. Barbary was determined to depict the city of Venice as a beautiful, sprawling city on an unprecedented scale. From 1498 to 1500, Barbary and his team of surveyors climbed up tall buildings and bell towers to get high vantage points of Venice. Using these vantage points, they were able to detail and illustrate the city to a great level of precision. From these small snapshots of the city, by way of their many high vantage points, Barbary was able to create a stunning, detailed, and elaborate bird's eye view of Venice. He created this by way of woodcutting onto 6 individual blocks of wood that would then transfer into 6 sheets of paper. The size of this map had never been done, and at the time it was the largest call for paper in Europe. Once finished, it was sized at 52 and a quarter inch by 109 by a quarter inch. This map is depicted as a busy and bustling city of trade and commerce, showing the harbor with enough ships to line the shores, people using the water as transportation and trade opportunity. It shows several different buildings that are unique to Venice. These buildings would include St. Mark's Basilica, shown in Figure 4, and in Figure 5, Church of Santi Giovanni Paolo. Unique to Venice is also the network of canals that run throughout the city. This was another key element to help Venice becoming such a prominent transportation hub. Several gods and deities are depicted on the view of Venice. Mercury, the god of commerce, is depicted at the top watching over the city and shown in Figure 7. Neptune, the god of the sea, is also shown guarding the waters while riding a sea creature, and that's shown in Figure 6. Also depicted are 8 personifications of the winds, labeled with the names of the 12 classical compass winds. The position of these winds are not directly correlated to the true north, however, but are more of an artistic depiction. Although the architecture depicted in this map is stunning, the religious bias by the author is very prevalent. The religion had a very sturdy stranglehold on people in 1500, especially in the Roman Empire. This is shown strongly in the view of Venice. Most buildings built in 1500 that had any relevance or architectural emphasis were tied to the religion of the city. It was often the church that was the focal point of every city, whether the population was 100 or 100,000. However, the main religious impact on this map are the two gods Mercury and Neptune depicted at the top and bottom. They are shown as these large, intimidating figures. This shows to me that the people thought that they owed everything to the will of the gods, as if they wouldn't have what they have if it weren't for Neptune protecting the seas and Mercury bringing good fortune. In reality, it was their own doing that propelled them into a booming economy, not the good grace of a divine figure. It was the residents of Venice that used the resources given to them to create such an elaborate and well put together city. Creating any other reason than their hard work and intelligence would sell their efforts short. The religious motive to this map shows me the state of people's ideology in 1500 and how I'm glad it doesn't have that big of a stranglehold on modern society. The view of Venice depicted by Barbari is a stunning and elaborate map that illustrates a bustling city that was a hub of transportation and prints in the early 1500s. Climbing up bell towers for 2 years to detail a map on 6 wood blocks was well worth the effort once its creation was complete. The striking map, showing gods and deities protecting the city, creates a religious spin on the map, depicting objects that are not there but are believed to be a part of the final product, owing their good fortune to a higher power. The cloud of technology makes it so that things like these cannot be recreated, which is a shame in the end because Google doesn't have an artistic spin to create something so visually appealing.